Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. He's got his tight end, Jake Bunt. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They'll look to throw here. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
What part did they went empty set there? No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
Following the fumble recovery, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
On the double. Mike 50, Mike 50. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Watch the run, watch the run. You're out. That's big shot. Sponge. No. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Check pass. Go.
Now Jones operating from the gun. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fake.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. It'll be a gain of 7, but I'd imagine we'll see the punt team here on 4th down. Now Jordan Berry on to kick this one away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Now Brown. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Jones now on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
It's a party now. It's a party now. 51 the mic, boy. 51. Shoot.
Here's Jones throwing again. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Ready, ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Alert 3. Hey, lock it. Alert 3. Check the backer. Check the backer. Check go. Let's go.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. What was going on there, but the end result, this is going to be a safety. Well, I'm not totally privy to what went on with their offensive meetings, but Charles, something tells me that one wasn't in the plan.
Yeah, when we had our production meeting, they didn't exactly share that with us, but I'm pretty sure that on the play sheet, the run backwards into your own end zone play was not written down.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
He's done right
2nd and 4. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. Now after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Jordan Berry now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Hey, orbit. Rock it. Check. Be grip.
Operating from the gun. Jones. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 17 yards and a Giant 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Come on, set.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards on the ground. Terrific run from one of the fastest backs in the game today. A guy who keeps defensive coordinators up at night, no doubt.
Remember when we were meeting with the D coordinator before the game, and all he talked about was run fits, making sure our guys were in the right place so there were no creases?
They missed their fits, didn't they?
Yeah, there was no fit there. The only fit was at the end when he threw his headset down after that big run.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
I like what they tried to do there. They didn't get a completed pass downfield, but they came off of a momentum play. Big-time gain on the previous snap. Came right back and threw one deep, hoping to catch them on their heels.
Mike's 50,
On 2nd down, Barkley. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
Look, squeeze. Go. General West. Watch the ship. Hey, Haywood. Go.
From the gun, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
They dialed up the blitz on 3rd down, and your worry as a defense that they can hit you with a big play in that situation. Instead, the blitz pays off, able to rally to the football and make the play.
Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that'll push the lead up to 8. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now back to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Taylor Gabriel. It leads to 2nd and 10.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Eckler. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a toss play to Eckler. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So we've come to halftime in a 5-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is taken at the 3. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Hey, Delta. 47's a mic, boy. 47. Check, 47. Too little.
Now Jones. Open target here, Darius Slayton. Coming into the week, he's the NFL's leader in receiving yards. There's his first catch, and it's good for a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
At the 50-yard line.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Ready, go.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and 4. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. There goes Sterling Shepard, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll drop the throw. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath by all means.
Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Denver. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On second down and 4. Jones over the middle. He's got his tight end Ingram. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
First down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. 60 or. Get it.
On first down, Barkley. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
10 Lobo. I'm going back to you. Like. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber. Hit it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Looking for Shepard deep. That's going to be caught. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Sterling Shepard. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They're going to look to throw. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one.
First down, Denver.
Ready. 50. Play. You better bring it.
Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Back to throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. 2nd and 13. This is the tight end, Fant. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. They'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. They'll set up to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up. Keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Josh Gordon, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. It was Duke Dawson on the tackle, the 2nd-round pick in 2018. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Here we go, here we go.
Ready? Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Shepard. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. Jones now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. This is Barkley. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against him offensively. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Airing it out for Hamilton. And incomplete. An excellent play downfield. Should have been picked off, really. But second down instead. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. He'll look to throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Got a man, Slayton. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was and intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off near the 26. Then he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Back to throw now on second and 10. He's going to let it fly. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And now it's third down. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one. But how about the defense playing situational football, looking at the scoreboard, realizing what can hurt us most?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll run for it with Eckler. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position.
Set 30 base. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
The quarterback keeps it.
Here we go. Set 70. Indy.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, it may not be too late to salvage their season as the win moves them to 2-5 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, it's yet another loss as they've started out now 0-7. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.